You know the feeling, the moment you say yes and every cell in your body is screaming, no! That cycle is your biggest energy leak. In this video, we're going to break the guilt cycle and help you set your boundaries. Not aggressively, but unapologetically. Something you agree to regularly. For me, it was that mandatory Sunday family dinner. I would spend 3 hours dreading it and 2 days recovering from the guilt if I ever considered saying no. Many times I went, even if sincerely I didn't feel like it. We all have that one dreaded, one non-negotiable obligation in which we are crushed by, resentment, because we were taught that nice people are agreeable and that saying no makes you a bad person. But it's really time to reclaim your energy and your power. Stop paying the tax of guilt. Your boundaries and peace are not up for debate. You need to fire the internal accountant who's charging you for protecting your peace. Boundaries aren't walls, they're doors. We need to reframe this. Boundaries aren't about rejecting others or not respecting them. It's about self-respect and protecting your time, energy, and peace. When you feel like you're rejecting others, it's because you are more focused on how people feel instead of being focused on how you feel yourself. Here's the truth about respect. It's all about how you train others to behave with you. Here's a great example. In all the masterminds I've been in, the higher the price, the less accessible the leader is, and the more the masterminders respect that. They don't text 10 times a day for no reason, meaning the more you value yourself, the more others will respect your limits. Guilt is just a familiar feeling. It just means that you're growing beyond your old self, which is actually good news. It's also the people pleaser in you throwing a tantrum like a 2-year-old. You're giving way more importance to what people expect of you instead of what you truly genuinely want to do. The truth about other people's feelings. You really need to engrave this into your mind. People don't have to accept your boundaries. It's not your responsibility to manage their feelings or how they react to the fact that you expressed your boundaries. And I have to tell you that it's not a failure on your part if they disagree with your boundary. And many times, you will fail at setting your boundaries because you will give in out of their reaction for the sake of a relationship or for the sake of avoiding conflict. And that is actually bringing you right back into your people-pleasing habits. Not a good thing at all. When it came to that weekly Sunday family dinner, my brain would go instantly catastrophic. I wasn't just saying no to the dinner. I was thinking to myself, they'll think that I don't like my family, and they'll think that I'm a terrible daughter, sister, and aunt. I would reverse my decision many times because the imagined disappointment was stronger than my need for peace. That's what a lack of boundaries does to you. We really have to stop this pattern. Let me share with you the process that helped me reclaim my Sundays. Here's an acronym to help you set your guilt-free boundaries. Calm. Clarify your need. Your boundary starts with you, so get crystal clear on what you're protecting, not on what you're refusing. Seriously ask yourself, what am I saying yes to? Is it resentment, anger, frustration, disappointment? What do I need instead? Calm, peace, rest, solitude? I can't count the many times I said yes to someone who told me something would take only 15 minutes. While that small yes ended up losing me an hour of precious time and scheduled for myself, like resting or reading. And when that happened, I felt resentment, frustration, and anger. So bottom line, clarify what you're protecting. Articulate simply, keep it brief. A boundary is a statement, not a debate. The moment that you start over-explaining or apologizing, well, you're opening your boundary up for debate. Your boundary is a statement. It's not a petition for approval. Let's practice. Repeat after me. I won't go to the restaurant with you today. I can't stay at work for more hours tonight. I don't have the bandwidth to take more clients. I'm not coming to the family dinner on Sunday. Let the guilt go. Guilt is a sign that you're growing. The L is the hardest part. Guilt is a sign that you are violating your comfort zone or someone else's. And when that feeling comes up to you, well, repeat this mantra. I'm not responsible for their feelings. I'm responsible for my own well-being. You're practicing a new skill. Be messy, be human. Just keep going because you'll get better at it. Manage the pushback. Have a simple, prepared phrase. And for me, that was the hardest part. Here's the moment of truth. You remember that dreadful family Sunday dinner? I finally applied my boundaries. That first time, I remember I said, I'm not coming to dinner this Sunday. And of course, I got some pushback. Why are you abandoning your family? Why are you the only one missing many times? Why can't you commit to coming every Sunday? Why are you being so selfish? Took a breath, had the mantra in my head, and said, I hear that, but my answer is still no. And you know what happened? The world didn't end. I felt the guilt, but slowly, the times that I really felt like I didn't need to go or I needed something else for myself, then the guilt was less and less long than it used to be the first time I did it. And each time it felt like winning an Olympic medal. Calm gives you the ultimate power. Clarify your need, articulate simply, let the guilt go, manage the pushback. You're no longer asking for permission, you're making an irrevocable declaration of your own worth. And that gives you a lot of power. You graduate from being the passive janitor who cleans up everyone's messes to the architect who builds and creates their own peace for their own lives. The moment that you deploy calm, you trade panic and guilt into unapologetic control over your time and energy. This is finally how you embody the conscious catalyst that you were meant to be. It is your birthright to be unapologetic. Setting boundaries is one of the most, if not the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for all the people that you care about. Good boundaries actually allow you to better your relationships because you show up as your authentic self, your best self, not a burnt out martyr. For example, teaching my youngest son that I need time for myself has allowed him to see how important self-care is, and it allows me to show up better for him along the way. Our relationship became deeper and more meaningful because I wasn't exhausted or depleted. Plus, now he's also comfortable expressing when he needs time for himself. Listen, when you establish your boundary, you're not cutting someone off. You're setting yourself free. The true victory isn't in what you refuse to do, but in the spacious and authentic and free life that you are embracing to live. A life where your energy is finally owned by you and you only. If you're ready to start building that clear life, you need to declutter the chaos. Watch my video, Declutter Your Life, where you'll learn the framework on how to declutter your physical, mental, and soul clutters that keep you exhausted.